Right, my intention with this vlog is to not stress anyone out, but I just know that's going to happen regardless. Because we all know what I'm like when it comes to travel. I leave it last minute. That I do. Look, in my defense, I have been very busy. I just came back from Norway like 3 days ago at this point. It's Wednesday, I came back on Sunday, and I'm flying to Majorca tomorrow because my friend is getting married, and I am so excited for that. Don't get me wrong, I am genuinely so excited and so happy that I'm going to be there. I feel so honored and privileged. I just feel like I haven't given myself enough time. I only just found out like 2-3 days ago that the dress code for it is garden party formal, which is amazing. And that is my fault. I should have been checking. Like, they have like this really good system. So my friend Ellen is getting married to Chris. This is all over the place already. My friend Ellen, we met at uni and we've been friends for 11 years now. In fact, I went to see her in Australia last year for our 10-year friendship anniversary before I went to Egypt. So you guys have met her before. And she also has a YouTube channel as well. I'll link it down below. But yeah, they have like this, you know, one of those say I do websites, which is honestly so helpful. And there's like a whole FAQ and things like that. But I only literally just found out a couple of days ago that the theme is garden party formal. So today, the day before I fly, less than 24 hours before I fly, I went to a store to get my wedding outfit. And to be fair though, I did actually get a couple of like variations because my friend Jade is also getting married at the end of this month. So I kind of wanted to kill two birds, one stone kind of thing. And I do have a little system. You know what? I'm going to talk about it when I get there because, you know, on the day of the wedding, which is on Friday, I do want to like kind of go through my outfit and stuff because, you know, in the past I haven't really like cared too much about my appearance or what I wear really. But ever since, you know, working on fitness and trying to take care of myself, I have cared a little bit more about what I wear. So I really do want to like go through my process. So I am taking like a little bit more to this wedding than I probably should. I should probably leave some of this outfit here, but I kind of don't know what I'm going to feel on the day. And we're just going to see how we get on. And it's just so convenient and handy. I've never been to Moss before as well. It's like Moss Bros or something. I was doing Patreon sprints yesterday and Rebecca, shout out Rebecca, she mentioned this. And I was like, oh, I've never actually been in there before. And there is one nearby. So I went in and oh my God, shout out Martin. And my brother is also called Martin. But Martin, the person who works there, absolutely incredible. Amazing. He took one look at me and he literally knew all the sizes that I needed. He looked at my feet as well. He was like, are you 8 or 9? And I was like 9. He just knew and it was just amazing and wonderful. I was in there not even that long. I tried everything on and I was like, oh my God, like literally the first things that I'm putting on fit. And they fit great. You know what I mean? If shopping for clothes was that easy, I would do it more often, but it really isn't. But Martin made it a breeze, so shout out Martin. I need a pack. I just ordered the taxi to pick me up at 4:15 a.m. And again, I know I'm going to stress everyone out because I always do when I'm saying, oh, I pack last minute, this, that, the other. The fact that this vlog is probably up, at least I hope it is. I really hope this vlog is up. Everything went well, okay? I'm going to tell you now. It's all fine. We made it. We did it. So don't worry, okay? Don't worry about a thing. But I do want to tell you about all the chaos and everything first because, you know what? I feel like I'm just doing so much, you know? But I want to give you like the actual, you know, rundown of like preparing for this wedding. But also like, again, like I am a booktube, I am reading. I am hoping to get out of a reading slump by reading some Jimenez romance. So I did do a TBR video recently where I mentioned going to Majorca for my friend's wedding. And I said I want to take a couple of romances. And I did mention Just for the Summer as well, but I believe that is the third book in this trilogy of Part of Your World. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take Part of Your World and this can be my first read. And then I'll also take Say You'll Remember Me, which is honestly like one of my favorite Olivia Rodrigo songs. And I know this is like the start of a new series or it's like a standalone or something. I just know that I can read this and not get spoiled for anything, I think. Anyway, I actually don't know. But I do really want to read these. I want to read these as my first Abby Jimenez books. And I'm hoping for a 5-star romance. And yeah, I'm hoping to get out of this like little bit of a funk that I'm in. So these are the books I'm taking. Oh no. I just saw that Beth O'Leary gave a little author quote on the back here. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I read The Flat Share, I think it was, by Beth O'Leary back in, I want to say 2018, 2019, whenever that book came out. Oh my God. I think that was probably like one of the first ever negative reviews I've ever given on my channel. Yeah, so I think that was 2019. I read it just as it came out. One of the first negative reviews I've ever given. I really did not like that book, but I'm trying not to let that affect this. I'm sure I'm going to love it. So I'll let you know, I want to start this on the plane tomorrow at like fucking 7 a.m. Oh my God. Why do I have to wake up so early? When I went to Norway, Me and Jade had to wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning. And I had the taxi booked at, I think it was about 3 a.m. I mean, at least I'm getting an hour extra sleep this time. But why do I book the mega early flights for? What's wrong with me? Probably cheaper, that's why it was. That's why I booked it. But at least I got my TBR sorted for this video. And I've now got my wedding outfit, which I only just got today. So yes, I did definitely leave a last minute. And then I do want to pack as well. Oh, also, guys. Okay, so I'm now an F1 girly, okay? But Jade was here, we watched the F1 once. That was my first ever time watching the F1, and look at me. I'm already, you know what, why don't, should we do a little debut? Should we do a little F1 outfit debut? I mean, I look like fucking Mario from Nintendo, but it doesn't matter. Like, I want to wear it, but it's god-awful hot, and wearing these pants is not it, and I want to wear these together. I wouldn't just wear the shirt, I would wear it together. And yeah, oh, it's so hot though. I'm like, do I really want to do this? Yes, I do. I'm going to have to get ready, excuse me. I'm not worried about you seeing me get dressed. I'm worried about everyone out there seeing me get dressed because it's literally so open. Like, you can literally look out the balcony. I can just see someone's just walked in their front door, scratching her arse, the dirty bitch. So she could probably turn around and see me getting dressed as well. Oh my God, I look so good. Oh my God, look. Oh, see, I need to move here so you can actually see the full fit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, look, right. I just want to clear this up, okay? I'm not a Ferrari fan. I'm a Charles Leclerc fan, okay? I took one look at that man and it was love at first sight. And when I was in Norway, I never wear my caps like this. I always wear it backward. I never like wearing caps this, you know, forward. But I don't think it actually looks that bad forward on me. Usually I look really bad with forward caps, but it should be fine. But anyway, yeah, I watched one race and I saw that man and I was like, that's the man I'm rooting for. And then he was winning for most of the race and then he came in position 4. Are you kidding me? So I'm going to get insufferable now because I'm going to be talking about the F1. And when I was at training today as well, this is going to be such a long intro, I apologise. But when I was at personal training today, I even said to my personal trainer, I was like, do you watch the F1? And he doesn't really. So I was a little bit disappointed. I'm like, you're a straight man. And I'm finally a fan of something that, you know, you could potentially enjoy too and you don't even watch it. Are you kidding me? It's fine though, we talk about like everything else as well. But like, and then I was also asking like other trainers in the gym as well. And then like, my trainer was like, you're going to be the person standing there waiting for people to come in. Like, do you watch the F1? Do you watch the F1? And you know what? He's correct. He is absolutely correct. And when I get to this wedding as well, I'm going to be like, do you watch the F1? I might even come in the wedding like this, to be honest. Does this look garden party formal? Anyway, yeah, love the pants. Love everything about it. I genuinely think Charles Leclerc, as soon as he sees me, he's going to be like, damn. Anyway, let's pack. I am going to take my suitcase. I was going to think, shall I just get my carry-on suitcase? Because it is smaller and it would be easier to carry. It's not up here, so I don't know why I bloody went into that cupboard anyway. That one is smaller and thus a lot easier to carry around. But, you know, I don't think I would be able to get this in my small one. And I don't really want to carry it around either. Like, it's too important to carry around. Because knowing my luck, I'll probably end up accidentally leaving it on the plane or something. Or sitting in the airport and then getting up and leaving it. So I think taking this suitcase is the right way. And it's just come back from Norway. I am a little bit scared of it not arriving because if you saw my Norway vlog, you will know that my very first day in Oslo, I didn't have my suitcase because the airline, I don't think they had enough time with my layover. I don't have a layover this time. I am straight to Majorca. But I also have my shoes as well. I'll show you the shoes. I'll show you the shoes because I think there's also a tie and stuff in here as well. Or like the socks and... Yeah, socks and belt. So, yeah, shoes, socks and belt. Oh my God. And you know what? This is going to last me. Like every single wedding in the future now is what I'm going to wear this for. You know, like I'm keeping this forever. But yeah, I bet my suitcase is like, please, not again. Please, I just want 5 minutes. Well, you know what? Same. I would love to just sit here and just do nothing for 2 months, but it just ain't possible. And all of this that I've got in this bag is pretty much just what was in the suitcase before when I came back from Norway. I just threw it all in this bag. I couldn't be bothered to put anything away. I did put the stuff that I needed washing in the washing basket and stuff, but everything in here is clean that I took to Norway that I didn't actually end up getting to wear. I definitely overpacked. Oh, and then this black bag that you would have seen is also washing that my mother did, bless her, shout out to Norma, while I was away. So this is more washing And then I can reuse this bag for my rubbish. Just fold it up nice and neatly. So yeah, I'm like, well, what can I take? Oh, I was looking for these today. When I went to training, I was wearing the worst shorts. They were some of the first shorts I ever bought, and it leaves nothing to the imagination. But I was looking for these and I couldn't find them. That's where they were. And this as well. Oh, there'll definitely be a gym there, won't there? I think there'll definitely be a gym at the hotel I'm staying at. It's the same hotel as the bride and groom, and there will be a bus going from that hotel to the ceremony. I think it's a private bus on Friday. So I definitely wanted to book the same. You know, I'm going to put this in here, and because this is the one that zips, and I want that to be the most safe. And then should I kind of just want to take the whole box. I feel like that should be okay, right? If I take I don't want to take them out of the box. It won't fit. I'm going to have to take them out of the box. But like, I even got new socks and everything. Shout out to Martin, I'm telling you. He was just like, these are all the things that are so necessary. Like, these socks will match this suit. This tie will match it as well. Oh, I just loved him. And he was like, oh, the belt should match the shoes. And I was like, I didn't know this. I'm 33 years of age and I didn't know that the belt had to match the shoes. Honestly, I swear I'm still a child. I'm still growing up, but I'm finally learning. Also some spare shoelaces just in case. But I do really like these shoes. And I think it will go very well with my outfit. I should probably take this off. I should probably make sure I get all the tags off them before I wear them as well. Someone remind me before I go out in them, won't you? Oh, it's one of those ones where it's just going to... You know what? I'm going to keep it on. I'm going to keep it on. It's vintage. Oh, I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining like I'm born a day. Also, the next F1 race, the first race I'll be able to watch in my new gear, is during Jade's wedding ceremony. I'm like, the universe is laughing at me. It's laughing. So can I keep those on that side? I'll probably put like my underwear and stuff. You know what? I took most of my underwear with me. So, well, you know what? Actually, I feel like we've already established what I'm doing. You know what? I'm just going to pack on my own. You don't have to watch that. It'll probably be boring for like 17 minutes this intro is recording as so far. That's way too much. That's way too long. But just so you know, I am definitely getting prepared. I'm not as last minute as you think I am. No, I am. But that is what is going to make this very, very fun. So please don't worry. Please don't stress about anything. I am hoping that I wake up on time. I will say this morning, I did sleep through my 4 alarms and I woke up at 8:27 a.m. and I had training at 9 a.m. I left here at about 8:38 a.m. and I essentially ran to training. I just made it. So that was fine. But that was the first time I've ever slept in months, maybe even a year. And so I'm a little bit worried that I might sleep in tonight because I'm going to try and go to bed early-ish, put my alarm on for 3, have a few alarms on between 3 and 3:30, taxi at 4:15 a.m. But after today, I am a little bit worried I might sleep in. I'm a little bit worried. Because how did I sleep through 4 alarms this morning? I genuinely do not remember waking up to turn them off. Anyway, how did I sleep through 4? 4. That's crazy. So now I'm panicking. Now I'm panicking. Oh my God, everyone panic. I'm kidding. It'll be fine. 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 You know what I'll do? I will put my phone to the other side of the room and get up at the first alarm. That is what I'm going to have to do. Because missing that flight is not an option. So, having said that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And let's go to Majorca together. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
You're the light, you're the night, you're the color of my blood. You're the cure, you're the pain, you're the only thing I wanna touch. Never knew that it could mean so much, so much. You're the fear, I don't care, 'cause I've never been so high. Follow me through the dark, let me take you past the satellites. You can see the world you brought to life, to life. touch me like you do. Touch me like you do. What are you waiting for? Fading in, fading out, on the edge of paradise. Every inch of your skin is a holy grail I've gotta find. Only you can set my heart on fire. On fire. Yeah, I'll let you set the pace. 'Cause I'm not thinking straight. My head's spinning around, I can't see clear no more. What are you waiting for? Love me like you do. Love me like you do. Like you do. Love me like you do. Love me like you do. Touch me like you do. Touch me like you do. What are you waiting
I have made it to Majorca and look at this view. I'll give you the hotel room tour in just a second. But first, we gotta see this. If you squint hard enough, you'll be able to see the ocean. Hey, there it is. I did get a room with a sea view. And you know what? I can see it. I can just about see it. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Great hotel, I think. Great hotel, great location. But yeah, this is my little balcony. This is my little zoomed in, hang on. This is my little balcony. Oh my god, cute. And then my cozy little room. Oh, all to myself as well. All to myself. So let's close that, but yeah, I really like this room. I like the fact that it's 2 beds put together. I like that. Here's my outfits. Although, to be fair, I feel like I didn't bring the best things that I could have done, but it's fine. Got my wedding outfit in here as well. Trousers, backup wedding trousers. And I'm excited to put them on tomorrow and show you. I'm not going to show you them properly now or anything. We need to see the look. You know, I'm a little bit worried about it, but I'm a little bit worried about it, but I'm not. I'm sure it'll look great. Okay, anyway. The rest of the room. Bathroom. Which is just like a bog stand bathroom. Like nothing that different. Like bath and shower. There was a random guy who, well, he wasn't random. I think he worked here. He knocked on the door. Like, I got here about, when did I get here? It must be like 12:30, 1 p.m. And I went straight up to like lie down because I was tired. I was shattered. I had to wake up so early. But anyway, yeah, I was lying down, heard a knock at the door, and then the man just let himself in and he just went to the plug. And I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he was just there for a little bit. And then he got up and he was just like, hi, and then left. I was like, what are you doing? What's this about? But it's fine. Like, I managed to maybe have like a 10-minute power nap before seeing Ellen and some of her family, because it is now like 8 p.m. And so I got to meet some of Ellen's family. Some I've already met. Amazing family. So I went downstairs for a couple of hours by the pool, had a couple of cocktails, and they're just all so lovely. So that was a nice 2 hours to socialize. And then came back to my hotel room, lay down again, because I, again, was shattered. And I still am. I'm still shattered. I think I'm going to have an early night tonight and like enjoy that, ready for the wedding tomorrow. But yeah, I think it's because I just did Norway and I only really had a few days at home. And even then, I don't think I like recovered because I did sleep in yesterday. And so I do feel like my body's still like trying to adjust. But I'm like, there's no time to adjust, bitch. I'm going to have to get to the next thing. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So far, Majorca's been very nice, but I haven't really had a chance to explore anything just yet. I have pretty much spent most of my time in the hotel room, as per usual. It can be a little bit noisy outside. I'm like, should I talk more outside? Yeah, let's go outside. Let's have a little chat about Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I am quite far into Part of Your World. I'm on page 158. And I started this in the coffee shop in Newcastle Airport, and then I read a whole bunch more on the aeroplane, and I haven't read any more since. And I actually just looked at the clock. It's actually more 9 p.m. now. Oops. But I am liking this so far. I haven't fell in love just yet. I don't want to break anyone's hearts, but I don't feel like this is a 5-star just yet. I feel like maybe a lot of this is going to be pedantic. Firstly, we follow Alexis, and she is a doctor. In Alexis, she is a Montgomery. And you know what? I'm getting a lot of Grey's Anatomy vibes, I'm not going to lie. We have like Alexis Montgomery, we had a Derek. But with Alexis Montgomery, but her family are world-renowned surgeons. And so it's like in the family business and stuff. So there's like a lot of pressure on Alexis. And at the very start of this book, she's coming home from a funeral, but she ends up like typical klutz behavior of like a quirky romance main character. She gets herself caught in a ditch, like gets her car in a ditch. She's wearing Spanx. So she just decides, oh, I want to take these off. And so she's like in a really compromising position. And then lo and behold, who knocks on the car? The really handsome stranger who's about to tow her out of that hole. And so like, I feel like the start of this was rough. I'm not gonna lie. And then when we meet Daniel, he is the one who tows her out of the hole. He is very noble, you know? He is talking to his very butch bro friends at the bar, and they're like, oh, let's make a bet on this woman. And then Daniel's like, no, I do not objectify women, which is great. Love that for him. But like, this is like the first meeting we have of him, really. And I love how it's like being told to us, like how noble Daniel is, and like how just perfect. He's very perfect, very considerate, very sweet. Which honestly, again, I'm gonna sound so bitter. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to be bitter or anything. But like, yeah, like for a romance, I'm just like, okay, like everyone's perfect, it's great. Like Alexis is rich, and she's like the quirky, klutzy main character. I don't know, just when it was coming to Daniel specifically, he would say things like, I'm not an asshole, it's my favorite thing about myself. And I'm just like, he is really like hammering home just how much he isn't like those other guys. But that aside, once we had like a kind of like a rough start to this, I have found myself liking it a bit more. I like how Alexis and Daniel are actually talking to one another, and the like blossoming of their relationship has been pretty interesting so far, especially since they both have like very similar things happening. So like Alexis is like very rich and what have you, and then Daniel isn't. And it's kind of like two different worlds coming together. But there are things happening in both their lives that are so relevant to each other that I like their connection. I like how much they are similar to one another. But it hasn't really been that steamy. I haven't really been given any steam, really. And we were told that they had the best sex ever at the very start, and it happened multiple times that same night. There have been a couple more instances since, but it hasn't been very described. It hasn't been very detailed. So I have been left wanting a little bit more when it comes to the steam. I don't know if this is supposed to be steamy or if it's just a regular romance. I really don't know. And if it wants to just be regular romance, that's great. But I don't know if maybe there is supposed to be steam coming. Yeah, Daniel's saying all the right things, is the thing. Daniel is saying all the right things. And a lot of it sounds very sweet. But I'm just like, can you just stop saying it and can you just prove it? You know what I mean? Like, you sound like all the other guys. Like so many guys do say, well, he's trying not to be like the other guys, but so many guys say, oh, I would never be mean to you. I would never hurt you. Everyone says that to begin with. And you know what? Alexis has been through some shit with her ex Neil, and Neil is the fucking worst. Neil is the worst. I hate him. But I am hoping for, I don't know, just maybe a little bit more naturalness when it comes to Daniel. Because he does sound like the perfect guy. Like, don't get me wrong, this is fiction. This is a romance, you're supposed to be swept off your feet. But like, Daniel is just too perfect. He's got a fucking baby goat that he calls his kid. Like, he does have my heart. Like, I would 100% get on my knees right now, roll in front of my parents, in front of everyone's parents. But I don't know, I feel like as a character, he needs to come across as a little bit more believable than he is. Like, I'm sorry, like, there's nothing this guy can't do. God damn it, like, the more I talk about it, the more amazing that sounds. Like, really, I get it. But I'm a realist, okay? I'm a pusher. I push people. Having said that, I do think the writing is very entertaining. Apart from like the very obvious character quirks, I feel like it's just such a civil. And like, why does everyone talk about romance in a romance book as well? Like, a lot of the secondary characters, all they really want to know is the relationship you're in, the relationship you might not be in, but you might be in the future. are you going to be in a relationship? Or, and you know what, I also find it like really, again, like this is probably just going to be a rant, but this might be the last rant. But like, I get it because you want to catch the reader up, but I do find it a little bit unrealistic that we would have like, you know, Alexis at the start, then her best friend Cole, and be like, oh, let's just randomly talk about your ex right now to bring everyone up to speed because, you know, you just had a whole bunch of readers just drop into your life at this exact moment and they don't know what's going on with your life. So why don't we just randomly talk about your ex so that people can get an idea of where you stand romantically? You know what I mean? Like that felt like an obvious storytelling choice. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that. I also don't love the fact that Alexis can ask Daniel intrusive questions, but then as soon as he asks the same question, she doesn't want him to ask. So, like at the very start, like one of the first things during their first meeting in the bar, Alexis asks Daniel, oh, what do you do? And he tells her. And then he asks her, oh, what do you do? And she's like, that's too much. I can't say. Which obviously, like she has a reputation, she has an intense family, which is fair, but it happened again. Oh yeah, she just straight up asked him, why don't you have a girlfriend? I'm like, yeah, she can ask intrusive questions, but he can't. Interesting. And she is opening up to him. All of that is heading in the right direction. I do really like where it's going. I just feel like I'm one of those people who, I don't know how to explain myself. But now that I'm here for a wedding, I hope that this will rub off on me and make me feel like the romance is in this book and I don't need to overanalyze or be overtly critical about it because it seems a little bit too much like a dream. That's what fiction is about, isn't it? So I would just like sit here and continue reading if I wasn't so tired. Would just like to sit here for a bit and just look at the view. Honestly, I feel like that's what I'm gonna have to do. Look at the view. Okay, guys, I think I'm ready, but I might have gone a little too formal. I don't know. Have I gotten too formal? Do you like it? This is my last minute garden party formal outfit. And I did have the jacket here as well, but I do think it's going to be a little bit too hot for that. I'm already sweating right now. Genuinely, I am roasting. And there's aircon in this room as well, so I'm like... yeah, now I'm worried that maybe I'm too formal. Like wearing a tie, like is a tie a good idea? Yeah, I think this is okay, right? The worst part is my hair. Like I actually tried to put product in it, but I just feel like it's too hot for that and it's just kind of made my hair a little bit gloopy. And so like I'm not really too happy with my hair, but it is what it is, you know? It's not about me anyway, it's about the bride. Yeah, I need to stop touching it because I just keep messing it and I need to stop doing that. But I'm ready, I think. I think I'm ready. There's still like another 20 minutes before everyone's meeting downstairs for the welcome drink and then getting the coach to the ceremony venue. So there's still time. So I haven't made any more progress in Potty World. I read a chapter this morning with a coffee, like just a hotel room coffee. And yeah, not much more to report. It does seem like Alexis is kind of realizing that some of her friends are not the best friends to be around, which is always a plus. Sometimes, you know, toxic friendships can really hinder your own progress as a character. So I love this for her, but I would like to see how that ends up developing in the future. Like, will it cause more drama? Will it cause some friendship breakups? We shall see. But what isn't going to be a friendship breakup is me turning up to the wedding looking like this.
What are you waiting for? you set the pace, 'cause I'm not thinking straight. My head's spinning around, I can't see clear no more. What are you waiting for? Love me like you do, love me like you do, like you do. Love me like you do, love me like you do. Touch me like you do, touch me like you do. What are you waiting for? Love me like you do, love me like you do, like you do. Love me like you do, love me like you do. Touch me like you do, touch me like you do. What are you waiting for?
Oh, that was such a stunning wedding. I freaking loved it. And I think that was my first wedding in like 12 years. So I wasn't sure what to expect and definitely didn't know what to expect for a destination wedding as well. And while it was as hot as Satan's arsehole, it was so lovely. And the Walker family deserved the world. So I'm so glad that it looked like even they all had an emotional but a lovely day as well. I'm so happy for them. And so happy for Ellen as well. You know, I freaking love her. Friends for 11 years, like, ugh. We're getting old now and we're growing up. I mean, she's getting married and I'm still single as fuck, but it's fine. It's fine. What I'm going to be doing today is going to just explore a little bit more because I actually haven't even really been outside of like the hotel and the wedding venue. I haven't actually looked at Majorca at all, or Palencia, I think is where I am. So I'm going to head out. I'm going to have a little walk down like the beach and stuff and just see if there's any like cool looking shops or whatever and take part of your world. I don't know where I'll be able to sit and read. I'm sure I'll be able to do that anywhere. But then again, I don't know if I want to sit in the sun is the only thing. Like, it's so hot. What is it now? Like, part of me is like, should I just go around, show you guys it? Yeah, it's like 31 degrees Celsius right now. And it's about to be 33. And on the thing, it says it feels warmer than the actual temperature. So I'm like, okay. Because yeah, it doesn't really sound that fun lying in the sun reading. So I'm still gonna bring this anyway. Maybe I'll find a coffee shop or something because I haven't had coffee with oat milk yet. I need to find me some of that if they do have it. And also my Jamaica Inn pen ran out. Gutted, absolutely gutted. I've only had it for a couple of months. Oh, also, before I even continue on as well, I might as well switch my bookmark because at the wedding, at the tables, everyone had like a bookmark with like their name on, which I think is so on brand for Ellen specifically. And I freaking love it. I love it. So I'm going to use this now. So let's take out my sci-fi bookmark with the two lovers and put in my wedding bookmark. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to cope today though. Oh my God.
Sheesh. Girl, I'm about to have a panic attack. I did the work, it didn't work. That truth, it hurts. That damn, it hurts. That lovey-dovey shit was not a fan of it. I'm good with my friends. I don't want a man, girl. I'm in my bed. I'm way too fine to be here alone. On the other hand, I know my worth. And now he calling me. Why do I feel like this? What's happened to me? Oh, oh, oh. Am I ready? Ain't no doubt. Am I ready? What you talking about? Am I ready? You gon' figure it out. To be loved, to be loved. Am I ready? You deserve it now. 'Cause I want it. That's what I'm talking about. Am I ready? You gon' figure it out. To be loved, to be loved. How am I supposed to love somebody else when I don't like myself? Like, ooh, guess I better learn to like this. Ooh, it might take my whole life just to do. He called me Melly, he squeezed my belly. I'm too embarrassed to say I like it. Girl, is this my boo? That's why I'm asking you, cause you know I've been through. Am I ready? Am I ready? What you talking about? Am I ready? You gon' figure it out. To be loved, to be loved. Am I ready? You deserve it now. Cause I want it. That's what I'm talking about. Am I ready? You gon' figure it out. To be loved, to be loved. You found me, I was fed up with the fantasy. What you wanna do? Think I'm ready? Ooh, think you like that? Think you like that?
It has gotten so much later now, and I have myself an ice cold can of Coke, and I'm ready to read the rest of my book on this here balcony. And I spent most of my time out and about today, and it was really nice. I just can't really cope with the heat that well. But no, I had a lot of fun sitting on the beach for a bit, soaking in the sun. The sun was making me very tired. The amount of times I would just close my eyes for a little 10-minute power nap is ridiculous. But I am on page 294 of Part of Your Will, so I have like 80 pages left. And like, I do like this, okay? I do like this. But I do find Alexis and Daniel to be rather boring to follow. I don't know if that's like an unpopular opinion, but like, they are really nice people deep down. I mean, Alexis, she can wind me up sometimes with how, well, I don't know. I think it's just the way she's been written, because like the things that she's doing isn't that bad. It's just, I don't feel like a lot of the stuff that she does really fits like the way that she was written earlier, if you know what I mean. Like, she is supposed to be this like really spoiled kind of person. You know, she has a lot of privilege. We initially started her being like this klutzy kind of character, and that kind of disappeared. She's not really a klutz anymore. She just doesn't know how to do things. She didn't know how to peel a potato or like normal stuff, like, which is fine because, you know, that indicates her upbringing and stuff. But like, she is just, I don't know, like, she's very hard to read. Some of the things that she's going through is very deep, you know, and I do feel so much sympathy for her. And I understand her position in the family as well, and the pressures of that. But yeah, like, Daniel is just so nice. And that's a little boring. Like, he sounds so great on paper, don't get me wrong. If he existed in real life, I would fall head over heels in love with him, 100%. But I think because they kind of fell in love quite early on, like, their relationship is sprouted like very, very early on. So there's not really any tension there. And there's not really any conflict between them either. Like, very surface level. And I feel like you really do see how much Daniel is in love with her, so much. Like, a lot of his sections are very samey, because he just talks about his adoration for Alexis and how much he admires her, how much he respects her, how much he's falling in love with her. And yeah, there's like a lot of time jumps. There was like a 4-month time jump, and we're told, oh, we had the best time, we have the best sex, and yet we never see that. And I don't really think they have that much chemistry either, which I'm sorry if I'm breaking everyone's heart right now, but like, I don't see what makes them compatible. Like, I'm not seeing the actual progression of that. I'm just being told it. A lot of the stuff they do together is very normal. And kind of the only thing that sticks out to me was, and okay, like, this isn't like spoilers. No, okay, I'm not going to go into it. But like, I don't see the chemistry. They're just two nice people who are getting together. Like, I say nice as well. Like, Alexis is doing a lot for other people, and she is a doctor, and, you know, she can do some amazing things, and she does really help. But like, this feels like a Hallmark Christmas film, but without the Christmas, you know? Which is fine. Again, like, I do like the fact that we have books that are just like pure entertainment sometimes. And then you do have the heavier stuff as well. Like, there are some heavy stuff in this, and especially to do with a secondary character. And I think that secondary character might be a character in a future book, maybe like the main character of a future book. So I wouldn't mind reading that and seeing more of the characters develop. But I think because we've seen the relationship between Alexis and Daniel happen so quickly and so early on, there's like not really any room for improvement. There's not really any room to grow, because it was like pretty much insta-lust, and now it feels like very insta-love. So we have that. Yeah, so I do have like some really pedantic things to say about it, absolutely. I just need to let myself go and just enjoy, which, you know what, the writing style I do like. I do like how accessible it is, how easy it is to read. Like, this is the perfect read for the beach, the perfect read to take to Majorca. And I am glad I'm reading it. I'm really glad I'm reading it. I don't think it's bad. Like, Please don't think I think it's bad. I do have my gripes with it because, I don't know, I'm just a tough bitch to please when it comes to romance. But no, I like it. I do like it. I like it. I just wish I had seen a bit more chemistry between them. And, oh God, there's an epilogue. I was just flicking there, I just realised it's an epilogue. I don't like epilogues in romance books. A lot of times I despise them. But I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to still go in with an open mind. I'm going to sit here on this balcony, finish the last like 80-ish pages, drink my ice cold can of Coke, and hopefully cool down a little bit as well. I've just been in the shower too, and like that helped a little bit. But I'm starting to feel myself get all muggy again. But yeah, it's fine. I just love being here and seeing the sights and everything. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So one more night here, and I'll get back to you. I still need a pack, so I'll get back to you probably in like an hour, depending on how long it takes me to finish the rest of this, and I will let you know how I find it, and then we can pack my suitcase together as well. Just a quick one to say that I've reached the 300-page mark. And Daniel's just said, and he's going to do something that is stupid and it's thrown away his entire character and his character kind of motivations, you know, like one of the few things that actually makes him him. And he's willing, I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but like, it's pissed me off right now. He's actually pissed me off. In fact, no, like he's not pissed me off himself, but the fact that his character honestly is coming across as very worthless. I'm just saying, I don't think he has any substance. The one thing that he had, literally, I can't believe that. Like, why? It's fine. It's fine. I know people love this book. I do. I know it. And we end where we began, with packing. Well, although I don't think we're going to be ending the vlog just yet. Because, I mean, one, I still need to get the fuck out of Majorca. But two, I have finished one book. I did finish Part of Your World outside. But I still have Say You'll Remember Me. So I do need something to read for the flight home. And I definitely think I could get a good chunk of this done tomorrow. So I won't be ending this vlog here. But I will be wrapping up what I think of Part of Your World. And I wanted to call this vlog something like, I went to Majorca and I found a 5-star romance. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to change the title of that. I am so sorry to all of those Part of Your World lovers, because I did like it, but I thought I needed more detail when it came to the characters, their chemistry, and for me to root for them. I'm not going to lie, Daniel pissed me off by the end. He really did. He was perfect, but he was too perfect. And then he got spineless. And then he got annoying. And then he was acting like he was 18, not 28. And I just don't get it. He was whipped. He was just whipped. And I don't like it when, you know, male main characters who are like love interests of the female main characters, I don't like it when they lose all personality because they have fallen so hard in love with someone that they've known for like 4, 5, 6 months by that point or whatever, which don't get me wrong, I think you can fall in love pretty quickly, but I couldn't feel it through this story because we glossed over so much. We really did. We barely got anything to indicate that these two were meant to be together. Like, they just felt like two normal people, two normal, nice people who were a little bit boring to follow. They just came together. They had great sex that we kept getting told about but never shown. They kept having a lovely time together. She learned how to cook and clean and look after the house because of him. She learned some life skills because of him. And he just fell in love. And that's all we heard about in every single Daniel fucking chapter that we had. And so I got a little bit bored by the end. But I will say I did like the ending. I wasn't a big fan of the epilogue because I just don't like epilogues in romances. I did like the ending. I liked the wrap up there, but yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I have friends who love this. I have friends who gave Potty Your Will 5 stars and is like one of their favourite books. To all of you, I apologise. But for me, I wanted to love it so bad. And I feel like that's probably where I went wrong, honestly. I shouldn't have tried. No, I shouldn't have went in expecting the most. Maybe that is where I went wrong. But no, it just had a lot of the things that I don't like in romance, which is the fast love. It is the forgetting who you are as a character for that fast love. I wish it had have showed me more rather than told me. And I can't really get into too many spoiler things, but I also don't like it when a character is willing to give up their integrity for a relationship. And that's exactly what it felt like with Daniel. And also Neil wasn't exactly the worst character by the end. There was a police officer who was definitely the worst character, 100%. But because the main characters were nice and goody two-shoes, I just didn't feel growth and improvement with... Well, I felt more growth and improvement with Alexis, but Daniel, he was the same the entire way through. It was a nice novelty to begin with, but then by the end, honestly, he was pathetic. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry to all the Daniel stands out there. He was pathetic by the end. Oh, and I say I like the ending. I didn't really like the last couple of pages. I didn't like the last couple of pages because things just took a turn then again. And I was like, oh, like we had such a good build up to that. And then you had to ruin it by saying that. You had to ruin it by... Oh, I'm not even going to get into it. But I will give it 2.5 stars. 2.5. It was 4 for a while. It was feeling like it could be a 4. Slid down to a 3 by the time I, started today. And then it got down to a 2.5. I think 2.5 is where I'm at. That is like totally middle of the road. I did like the writing, even though I think it could have had a lot more detail. But it was very easy to read, very digestible. I enjoyed reading it. The act of reading it, especially since I'm coming out of a slump. But I'm disappointed, unfortunately. I'm disappointed. I'm hoping I like Say You'll Remember Me more. I've heard this can be very dark, I think. Quite heavy. Oh, there's another fucking epilogue. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure I'll love it. I'm sure I will love it. Anyway, my transfer is tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. So I'm planning on going to the breakfast at 7:30, making sure that I am definitely ready for this journey home. So that's what I'm doing now. After I've finished this update as well, I'm going to put on some K-pop Demon Hunters. Just blast that. It is now 10 p.m. or something? I read the last part of Potty Your Will quite slowly. Well, actually, it's 10:15 p.m. now. I read the last bit a little bit slowly because there was singing going on and some of the songs were really good. So I sang along to a little bit of Ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain. You know that one? That came on and I was like, oh, I gotta sing along, Anna. So it did take a while to finish the story. So I get really distracted. I was like, you know what? I know it's kind of not for me when I'm distracted like this. I've definitely not done a good job like I did with Martin, who did all of this. I haven't done as good a job. You know what? That's fine. The wedding is over. And, just go like this. And that is one wedding down. One more to go this year. Perfect. Hey, I'm so good. Yeah, I'm going to continue packing now. I'm going to stop boring you. I've got nothing else to say about Potty Your World. I apologise. I really, really do. I'm so sorry to all the people I've upset with what I've just said. But time to pack and just take it easy. Make sure you do too. I'm back home. The flight home wasn't as lovely as my flight to Majorca, but it was still fine, and I got home okay, and I'd been home for about a day, and I came home to a flea infestation. So last week before I even left, on the Tuesday, I started to feel bites around my ankles, and you probably would have seen them in some of the clips, but I started to feel bites around my ankles down in the living room downstairs, and I was like, hang on, my cats haven't been here for weeks, because my sister took them before I went to Norway, and I'm going to be getting them back in a couple of days. So how in the world have I got fleas? So I have no idea how I got so many fleas in, but there's a proper infestation. And I came back from Majorca yesterday, after being away for like 3 or 4 days, and my ankles were swarming with fleas like when I was like 5 minutes into being in this house. So I'm having to sort that out at the minute. So not ideal situation to come in, especially since I want to try and get rid of them before Ash and Toby will come back home. So yeah, I'm currently trying to sort all that out. I am also 151 pages into Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, and I'm DNFing it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I read the majority of this on the plane, and then I stopped reading because I just didn't really want to read anymore. And then I continued reading today, and I have literally just decided about 5 minutes ago that I do not want to continue on. So this one was feeling very much like part of your world for a lot of it. We kind of changed the skin a little bit, but it's going exactly in the direction that I'm thinking it's going to go. So we follow Samantha and Xavier, and they are the main love interests. Samantha comes to Xavier because Xavier is a vet, and she goes in because she's just rescued a kitten, and his recommendation is to put this kitten down. And like, okay, I kind of like the fact that he was like a grump to begin with, but like the way that he talks in a professional setting is so unprofessional. Like, I already knew from the very first chapter, I was like, because he tells her to just like put the cat down, and then she's like, well, I'm not going to do that. And he goes, why bother to come ask for my expertise if you don't intend to take my advice? I'm just like, I get it. Like, he's supposed to be like this grump, and he's supposed to be like a little bit of an asshole, but like in a professional setting, you're talking this carelessly about putting this poor innocent creature down, and you're just saying it like that. Like that, it made it feel like he didn't care about the cat. When he does, like we've seen again, like how Abby Jimenez's main men are perfect, like the absolute most perfect men you'll ever find. This just doesn't make sense. Like, even in a professional setting, this just doesn't even make sense. Why bother to come ask for my expertise if you don't intend to take my advice? And then when she says, oh, I'll raise the money, he like scoffs. And he literally says to her, like, people are inherently assholes, because she's like, oh, people will put money towards it. People want to save his kitten. He's like, nah, people are inherently assholes. Like, again, like, this is a professional setting. He's doing his job as a vet. Someone who's supposed to be like caring for animals and stuff. And yeah, if your recommendation is to end suffering, I get it. But the way he does it in the very first chapter, I was like, nah. But then, this is when I was already starting to see the cracks. The third chapter. This is how quickly Xavier is changing for this main character. So he ends up donating to the GoFundMe. This is all happening in the first couple chapters. And we see this on page 16. Okay, we see this on page 16. That interaction with Samantha has changed him. The fact that she came in once, he met her for 5 minutes, was an asshole to her, and then he saw how the GoFundMe took off. But then he says, coming from this woman, it hurt differently for some reason. It bothered me that I'd let her down. It had made me work more these last few weeks to be softer with people. Like, she'd somehow know if I was short with someone and it would disappoint her, which was ridiculous on 1,000 different levels, but I was doing it nonetheless. Page 16. And he's already changing his entire personality, his entire grumpy asshole personality. We've gotten him being a grump for one chapter. One chapter. And hey, I'm telling you, I'm 150 pages in. And all that has already dissipated. He's already changed himself completely for this woman he met for 5 minutes. And then on page 18, when she comes back in, would you like to go on a date with me? Absolutely, she said without even thinking about it. But you have to take me tonight, I'll leave tomorrow. Page 18. I'm sorry, like, Abby, are we in a rush? Are we in a rush? I mean, the story is, and it tells you this, like, literally on the back, so this isn't a spoiler. The story is Samantha is moving, you know, to California to look after her mum, who unfortunately has dementia, which is like some of the most heartbreaking stuff, and definitely like something that I think is well written in this. Like, you really do feel the family grief. I'm not criticizing this book for that role in portrayal so far, but yeah, like page 18. Page 18, we have, which I wanted to. This vet has probably seen Samantha max 7 minutes in person. Max. Which I want to do with me. And again, we're at his vets. We're at his job. It just feels so unprofessional. It feels so unrealistic. It feels so fast. Like, it is so fast. And when he's asking his colleagues, oh, am I like a grump and stuff? His biggest sin is that he just doesn't smile enough. You are very tall and you don't smile very much. That is what makes him a grump. That is his biggest sin. Okay, and oh my god, the amount of references to Rhysand from the ACOTAR series. There are 3 references from 3 different characters about Xavier by page 22. I'm not even kidding. Literally, I've got it written right here. Here's my proof. Here's my proof, page 22. 3 different characters make Rhysand references in 22 pages. And then another one did happen as well, not too long before Day left. So already I knew we're going to have a main character. And correct me if I'm wrong. If you've read this book, correct me if I'm wrong. Xavier is going to be obsessed with Samantha. He already is. He already is. What he's already done, like she moved, what he's already doing is insane. There is no way, with his insurmountable debt, that he would, after, again, knowing her, you know, for those 2 bits, they had this most perfect first date, which, again, we got told about more than we got shown. And he's already buying plane tickets and a hotel and everything just to see her. A couple of weeks after all of this has happened. Yeah, I did like their first date. It seemed fun. It seemed different. And I was like, okay, I kind of like their dynamic here. Again, even though we were only mainly told that they were having a great time. Like, again, when Xavier does go to see Samantha before I DNF'd, we have them saying, oh, like, this is how we should spend our day. And then we go to Samantha's POV. We spent the whole day together. And we didn't even get to see how perfect their stay was, how they interacted, how their chemistry developed. We spent the whole day together. And that exact thing happened in Part of Your World as well. We were told they had the most perfect sex, and then we didn't see it. We were told they had the most perfect day, we didn't get to see it. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, but like, there's just no description at all. So when Xavier sees her, she was a vision waiting for me outside the baggage claim. Okay, how was she a vision? How did she look? And then he says, when she looked over and her eyes locked, I was done for. How? Describe the scene to me. Like, don't just keep telling me she's perfect and this is making me feel perfect. This makes me feel in love. How? I'm already getting a sense now, this has been the second Abby Jimenez book. I'm already getting a sense of these characters feel way too quickly and I'm not seeing the connection. I'm not seeing the connecting parts. We are glossing over way too much and it's moving way too quickly. Even Samantha is moving way too quickly. I was hoping I'd hate kissing him, one last ditch effort and not falling completely head over heels for a man I could not have. But the second his lips touched mine, I was gonna. It was everything. I don't know how I fell in so deep already. It didn't make sense. True. It was too soon, too impractical, too inconvenient. My heart simply couldn't care less. But like, I'm not seeing any of this. None of this is getting described to me. How are you a goner? What was it about his lips touching yours that made you a goner? Was it the texture of his lips? Was it his tongue? Like, what is it that really makes you feel this hard? And this is just like another way of us not getting to see what a character is like. We're just being told what they're like. You know, like how Daniel was so perfect and part of your world. We just keep getting told this was perfect, this was perfect. And then, yeah, like the last, before I decided to DNF it, last chapter I read was like how changed Xavier is. And I'm like, if he's this changed, I didn't get to see him enough before the change. He changed essentially on page 16. And now he's miserable and he can't live without her. And I'm in the worst mood of my life. I'm sorry, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I do not want to read about people being obsessed with one another, finding out these useless pieces of trivia about their lives, just for them to have the perfect time together that I will never get to see, because all of that will just be glossed over. So I'm already calling it quits. Like, I'm not going to invest my time in it. Page 150 was what made me decide to DNF. I'll not explain exactly why, but it was exactly the kind of sin that Daniel did that just undercut his character and made him not a character anymore. At least, like, not a fully three-dimensional character anymore. Just a character who was there to serve the main character. And honestly, this is why I'm scared of being in a relationship with someone. I'm so scared of losing my identity if I ever got in a relationship with someone. And these books are not helping me at all with that fear. Because I would hate for what, I mean, I would love for love to happen, absolutely. But I would hate for it to happen this way. Genuinely. I would, oh my gosh. If I became like any of these characters I've read so far, I'd be insufferable. This is, again, like, probably so unpopular opinion. I'm so sorry. But this is putting me off finding someone to be in a relationship with. It really is. Like, I do not want to turn into these people. I am so scared of losing my identity and who I am as a person for someone else. And these books, I'm sorry to say, but fantasy or no, this is not my fantasy. This is not the kind of romance that I like or enjoy. I might like watching a cheesy Hallmark Christmas film every now and then for the cheesy romance vibes, but to read it, to be in the heads of the characters as much as I am, I need to get out of their heads. It was giving me a headache. So I am so sorry again, because I know I have a lot of people who love Abby Jimenez and love these books. I do apologize so much. Just not for me. Not the kind of romances I like. And if I ever pick up a book like this in the future, tell me to put it down straight away, because I will not like it. I just know. I know myself too well with romance now. I will not like it. And you know what? That's fine as well, because if I know exactly what I like in a romance, then I can avoid the ones I don't like, and then we will avoid a situation like this. But I did have my hopes pretty high that I would enjoy these books. They are so acclaimed. A lot of people do love, absolutely love and adore, especially Part of Your World. And it didn't resonate with me, unfortunately. So hopefully you still like me. I am in no way criticizing your romance taste or if you end up enjoying these books. Honestly, I'm so glad you do, but I just can't. I can't get into them. And I'm going to give Abby Jimenez a rest. Just not for me, you know, just not for me. But that is the end of my little romance adventure. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the vlog. Let me know what you thought of the Abby Jimenez books. Like, tell me all the reasons why you love them. And I will honestly love to hear that. I would love to hear your reasons for loving them. I think you are so valid in loving them as well. And hopefully you can respect my opinions too. Because yeah, I know I'm probably not everyone's favorite person right now, but hopefully we can still be friends. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel. If you'd like to join my Patreon, then the link is in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.